Greetings. Thank you for your interest in group mentoring. Group mentoring is a project within the Ophthalmology Foundation subcommittees for CPD and for mentorship. The aim of this talk is to highlight group mentoring as a combination of group facilitation and peer mentoring as an effective and enjoyable process of developing a project to ultimately enhance eye care delivery. The main aim of the Ophthalmology Foundation Subcommittee for Continuing Professional Development is to work with organizations and individuals, especially those working in challenging circumstances, either human, financial, geographically remote places, in advancing scholarship and leadership in continuing professional development to support lifelong learning. Using online strategies to communicate and follow up progress will be utilized as needed. Besides supporting education in CPD good practices, the Ophthalmology Foundation Subcommittee for Continuing Professional Development is also committed to provide mentorship in projects complying with these good practices, with a spotlight for group mentoring. The group mentoring project aims at developing mentor-assisted CPD projects to support lifelong learning. Mentors and mentees may co-work online or face-to-face on any of the CPD project components or phases, namely starting a program from the scratch and design the corresponding project to advance CPD leadership, bridging identified gaps while developing a project and finding the needed resources to translate the project into practice, and implementing and following up an ongoing project seeking quality improvement. Traditionally, mentoring happens as a one-to-one relationship between a more experienced person, the mentor, with a less experienced person, the mentee. However, there has been growing interest in creating group mentoring programs based on the need to provide mentorship for groups of mentees sharing a broad and mutual goal. In essence, group mentoring, as previously focused, is a combination of group facilitation and peer mentoring, with the mentors contributing as facilitators for the group dynamics. The group forms a community of practice for better and more effective achievements. This is a close concept to us as physicians. They share a domain, a goal, developing a project with impact for the mentee's organization, society, college, hospital, clinic. They build a community by weaving constructive relationships in a safe and supportive development environment, either digital or face-to-face. And they build a practice by moving closer towards the successful accomplishment of their preset goals regarding their mentees' proposals. So group mentoring can take many forms. The most common is having 1 to 3 mentors with a group of 5 to 10 mentees, all collaborating around a project development. Mentees sharing a same broad goal are responsible for their own advance and also for supporting other mentees, other peers, to also advance in building the project they share as a common goal. So mentors will act as learning partners and facilitators for the group and manage the group dynamics. So the group of mentors will co-work with mentees interested in creating, enhancing, and implementing CPD projects that can support lifelong learning. What is expected from mentees? Pretty much the same what is expected from the mentees in a dyadic relationship of mentorship. More so to pursue the goal of good practices in peer mentoring, because they will be working together as a group of mentees. So what is expected exactly from mentees is from them to propose a CPD project on continuing education or professional development that has impact for their organizations, to demonstrate autonomy and accountability for the organization they serve. So this is for them to feel ownership of for their own project, and theirs will be the success at the end. They are expected to create a project management plan, to seek and engage with peers and partners and sponsors as deemed needed for their project to be successfully designed, implemented, and also evaluated to improve and to implement and improve their project. Mentors for this program are expected to facilitate the group advancing towards their mentees' goals. They are expected to guide the group through the process of the CPD project design and or implementation and or evaluation by suggesting helpful resources, facilitating networking opportunities to bridge with organizations, partners, peers, sponsors that can be helpful for the accomplishment of the mentees project. Follow up with their mentees in terms of knowing the challenges, difficulties, barriers they will be finding and helping them to overcome them. So promoting supportive collective development environments, and also underlined the importance of the mentees to hold this sense of ownership for their own project, to move the project forward, and the success will be theirs. So by doing this, all the group will be naturally building a community of practice with the characteristics that we have pointed out previously. Allow me now to share two experiences of group mentoring held with the Congolese Society of Ophthalmology and the Mozambican Ophthalmology College. Both of them were willing to advance leadership in simulation-based education. And for the Congolese Society, they would like to enhance their training center in their training program. And for the Mozambican College, they would like to start their own training center, their own simulation-based education program on cataract surgery and glaucoma surgery. The organization's leaders co-mentored the group of leaders they identified and brought in as more likely to engage in the project and afterwards make the change. Through the process, their identified needs were attempted to be met, sometimes with the need to bridge them with organizations that could support them either as partners or sponsors. And CyberSite became a partner while hosting this faculty development program on curriculum design, especially focusing simulation-based education. By taking this mentor-assisted program as a community, both the Congolese Society and the Mozambican Ophthalmology College groups reinforced their self-confidence as facilitators in simulation-based education to invite and include further international faculty peers in their own or for their own simulation-based education programs and thus receive increased attention and support. So essentially, differing from one-to-one mentoring, group mentoring requires mentors to develop skills and tools to facilitate their mentors accomplishing their proposed project. Mentors can reinforce their professional identity and also accountability before their peers, and they become more effective and fulfilled as mentors by combining their area of expertise with others. Group mentoring provides opportunities for mentees to co-learn and grow as a community while taking responsibility for their own and their peers' advance towards their successful accomplishment of their project. So mentees are more effective moving in a similar pace. They can learn from diverse mentors' perspectives. They develop peer mentoring skills and knowledge and experience, and also the sense of ownership and accountability before their organizations, before the community of practice they have built, and the goal they have set at the first approach. And by doing this, they will be forming a community of practice that ideally will expand outcomes beyond the first goal they set at the beginning. In essence, group mentoring can influence constructively at the strategic, organizational, and individual levels. Group mentoring encompasses multiple mentoring relationships among mentors and mentees, and among mentees. And this dynamic fabric of relationships takes place within the Ophthalmology Foundation framework towards the mentee's desired goal. Mentors are expected to offer guidelines, tools without prescribing an exact curriculum, and enable flexibility and consider each individual's suggestions and collaboration so that in the end the whole community can build a customized plan to attain the objective that was set. So thank you so very much for your interest in group mentoring, and please let me know if there's any aspect that I can further clarify. And I truly, heartfelt, look forward to co-working with you within the Ophthalmology Foundation within this project of peer mentoring. Thank you.